Hey, cooking. Big day cooking. Let's go. We got a free play up already on TikTok. Free play up already on TikTok. Full slates posted on SoBet for everyone who wants to join. Get my plays every single day. We're going to get into the questions. Brooks, what's up? We're going to look at the whole slate. We got a brand new week, brand new money. Hope everyone's fired up. Michael says woo woo, and I hope you mean Brian Woo because we're riding him to glory today. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Twitter stream, Twitch stream, YouTube stream, etc. Seeing the screen today. We're going to break down these games. We might talk about futures a little bit because it is Monday. We got a fresh week of information to review as we go into as we try to update our thought process on this entire season. That's the key to MLB. You have to constantly be updating your information and your thought process and who you think is good because it's a very streaky season. You want to be looking at recent stats, recent appearances, recent numbers. Dodgers minus 135, yes, sir. Got some other good SoBet cappers. Yeah, Deepak is good. TP3 is strong. Dusty is great for NHL and golf. There's Tour Junkie for golf as well. There's Recliner Sports for UFC, like some niche sports that I don't cover. But what up, bro? Deepak's strong for MLB. Parlay Poppy. Insanity Run is over. He says, no, bro. No, real bettors understand the runs will come and go, but the consistent winning numbers will stay. There's going to be highs and lows, and the overall is going to remain positive. That's why I don't start doing 2-unit, 3-unit, 4-unit plays every single day when I'm up. Same reason I don't chase when I'm down. We just stay locked in. I'm not sure about Money Mike. I wouldn't know. Absolutely, Andrew. Yeah, if you're on SoBet, I definitely recommend browsing the other people. You can also filter by sport and be like, oh, I want to see what people are saying for NBA today. For obviously not anymore. For all the other sports, it's pretty much just MLB now. But you can look for golf and for UFC and for WNBA, things like that. Dodgers minus 125 against the White Sox. Yeah, we like Dodgers today. It is crochet. That's the only reason why it's a reasonable line. But yeah, Quan Henderson, 2 total base, 55K parlay. Get out of here with the parlays. Sorry, not into it. Dodgers barely favored over the Sox because Garrett Crochet is pitching for the Sox. Yeah, FT, I'm used to it, bro. There's people that don't understand betting. The people that hate are always ones that don't understand betting. Especially because we do bankroll management. Like my worst week, you include props. My worst week this MLB season has been like negative three units. I'll get over that. That's whatever. If you're going crazy on plays, you might get down bad. That's not what we do. Baltimore finally wins, probably, but we're not touching that game today. We can talk about that in a little bit. Red Sox and Red Sox. We'll talk about that. Dodgers Sox under. KC minus 1.5. All right, let's talk about Dodgers and Sox first. That's a lot of people asking about that. Why the line is what it is. Garrett Crochet is pitching for the White Sox. That's the reason why it's not just like Sox minus 290, or sorry, Dodgers minus 290. Record this week on main plays 9-12. So yeah, that was our worst week. 13-8 on props redeemed that, but yeah, worst week on plays for the MLB season. We all hit Chuck. Yeah, we do, Jack. Padres money line. Padres is good. Cleveland, Baltimore over Mariners money line. Why are you saying Mariners over, Mason? So I'm down to if people want me to look at a game, I'm always happy to look at a game. That's what we're about to do with this Dodgers White Sox. But if people are pitching me picks, tell me why. Because if you tell me why, I can say, oh, I agree with that, I disagree with that, whatever. But if you're just saying this game, I'm like, why? Because then it just sounds like you're just randomly picking, not random shit. MLB plays, yeah, I'm including props on that, and yes, I do use Pickett. It was 7. It was 7 on mains. It was 7 on mains. It was plus 472 on props. So minus 228. Sox plus 1.5 because Crochet is okay and the line is sus. Crochet is much better than okay. The line's not sus. It makes sense because Sox are nasty. But if you take Sox plus 1.5, that's going to be a strong minus. Like any case plays, we can talk about that in a second. Orioles money line looking gun for it. Yeah, over under lines are strong. Alex, what up? Seattle under. Seattle under makes more sense. We're on the Seattle money line. If you saw my most recent video, you know that we're on Seattle money line. That's one of the plays I shared today from the SoBet. You want all the plays? Go to my profile, grab them on SoBet. But it's two very strong pitchers. Brian Wu is a .61 whip. Taj Bradley is a 1.15 whip. He's a much better strikeout guy. He doesn't go really deep into games, so you're going to lean more on the bullpen. The Rays batting is weak. The Mariners batting is weak. To take an over in that spot, I understand it's a really low number, and that's why I'm not going with the under. But if I had to choose an over-under, it's definitely an under in this spot. So when people say over, it's like, oh, did you see a low number? You say that. Props coming out shortly. Who's my underdog for tonight's slate? Not really a dog day for me. If I had to pick one, we can look at it a little bit, but there's nothing I really love on the Dogs. So back to the Dodgers. Back to the Dodgers game we're talking about. I do like Dodgers in the spot. Now, Garrett Crochet is the only pitcher on the White Sox that I would ever consider riding, but it's still the Dodgers. The Dodgers are starting to hit the way the way we expected the Dodgers to hit. They're coming to life to life as a team right now, and that's really important when it comes to hitting. It's about a lot of people hitting the ball well at the same time because that's the nature of hitting, right? You need collective hits to get runs. You need base runners, you need hits in spots, and the depth of the lineup. That's the whole reason the Rangers won the World Series last year, and the reason I picked them. But because the Dodgers are hitting the way they're hitting, and because the White Sox offense is so trash and Paxton's throwing the ball well, even if Crochet dominates, right? Let's say Crochet pitches out of his mind, which isn't the craziest thing ever because his numbers are unreal. He's been nasty. But let's say he shoves and he goes 6 innings, gives up 1 run. I think that's probably still a 1-1, 2-1 type game. And then you have the Dodgers offense against the White Sox trash bullpen for the final 3 innings, and I'm going to take the Dodgers. So yeah, minus 130, minus 135. I still like the Dodgers, but the line makes sense. The line makes sense. I think there's some value on the Dodgers line, but if it were any other pitcher on the White Sox, yeah, it'd be Dodgers minus 240. Anyway, that's about that. We'll talk more about the other games, but again, people want to talk about plays, want to ask me. The under's not great because it's still the Dodgers offense. I'm not saying take the over. I just don't like it. I'm not saying, but White Sox. Yeah, we'll talk about Red Sox now. So it's not always like, if I think there's a strong likelihood of someone winning the game, that's not the difference. It's not saying, oh, I don't think. It's me saying, did we find value in the line? Because that's what it's all about. Did you find value in the line? That's everything. Yeah, Alex, Dodgers money line tonight is strong. Okay, so Bybee against Povich. We don't know much about Povich for Baltimore right now. He's only thrown 16 innings. He's got 9 Ks, 1.25 whip. The 9 Ks is not impressive. I watched the first few innings of his debut. He's got decent stuff. I don't dislike him as a pitcher. The Red Sox against lefties are only okay. Bybee's been nice for the guards for sure. 1.13 whip, 99 Ks in 81 innings. I definitely lean guards in this spot. I know Baltimore is coming off of just getting swept. I don't really care much about the fact that they got swept or if they had just swept another team. That doesn't matter to me. I care about looking at every game on an individual basis. I think the pitching advantage that the Guardians have is pretty significant. I just don't think the price is right for the Guards here. Guardians first 5 Bybee deals, not horrible. Yeah, I like what I've seen from Povich too, and he's so young, he's so fresh that you could see significant improvements over a period of time. That's going to be the case with rookies, right? Rookies that are looking good and are showing good stuff but aren't fully there. So, no, I'm not saying under on the Orioles. So, what? I'm not trying to be a dick, but some of you guys, I say something and you interpret it in the chat so incorrectly. It's like, it's baffling. It's baffling. So appreciate the follow. We need 48 more files. 48 more files. I'll share another free play from the SoBet. So run those files up. I know we've been light on that so far. Run those files up. Get those numbers up, baby. We're going to keep getting into people's questions. We're going to keep sharing plays. The free play I shared already is the Mariners money line. Mariners money line, that's at a great price right now. VIP props coming up shortly. Don't worry. VIP props coming up shortly. And by the way, if you join the SoBet right now, these next 2 days, today and tomorrow, I'm sharing the VIP props publicly for everyone as well. So if you join the SoBet right now, it's 6 plays. It's the 3 main plays and the 3 props. If you join the SoBet right now, it's less than $10 a month. You use that link in my profile to get in for less than $10 a month. It's the best deal in sports betting, period, and the greatest community in sports betting. That's what it's all about. You also get access to the whole app. You can browse everyone, different sports, different cappers, different analysts, everything, all the content on there. It's all yours, baby. All yours. Go get it. So yeah, if you want my plays, go to the profile, hit the SoBet link, and you get all my plays. Cheers. You like O's first 5? I don't know. Z-Smile, I appreciate you sharing some analysis, but I don't think that's enough. Reagan's over 18.5 out. Interesting. VIP pays the rent, Connor. Facts, baby, facts. Yeah, our props. Let me read some information. Let me read some information to you on my prop record lately. Benson, I'm drinking a cold brew. Cold brew on the rocks. This is how our VIP props on SoBet have done. Mikey, appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. If we get 47 more follows, I'll share another 3 play from the SoBet. So get those numbers up. All right. This last week we went 13-8, 4.7 units up. Week before 11-9, 3.15. Week before we had 10-11. This was our worst week of the MLB season. We went 10-11, lost 0.23. T-Rev, Chaz, I appreciate the follow. We need 44 more. The week before, we went up 1 unit, 11-9. The week before, we went up 6.4 units, 14-7. Week before, we went up 4.7 units, 12-10. Week before, we went up 0.64 units, 11-10. The week before, we went up 8.3 units, 14-6. Appreciate the mustache. Petey's Palace would be fire. We're going to share some props. If we get 43 more fouls, we'll talk about the props. If you join SoBet now, the props are going up shortly. We've been absolutely dominating on that. We got the mains up already, the main plays already. I shared the Mariners money line. Publicly for everyone who wants it. But if you want all my plays every single day, go to the profile, hit the SoBet link, and you get on my SoBet, you get all my plays. It's the cheapest and most valuable sports bank subscription out there. And the reason I make it so cheap, the reason it's less than $10, is because anyone can afford $10 a month if you're betting on sports. And 2, if you pay $10 a month and you get these plays, I know you'll be back next month. If someone's charging a crazy amount for a week, it's probably because they need that money right now because you won't be back next week. Just saying. Exactly, Charles. Don't ever doubt the sports betting messiah. Never. Been eating 3 months straight, Kicks. Love it, baby. Love it. Let's go. All right. We're going to keep answering questions, keep looking at some of these games. Someone says Reds or Pirates. Let's talk about it. Fresh Slate Monday. That's what it's all about. Reds, Pirates. All right. Bailey Falter's throwing for the Pirates. Spears is throwing for the Reds. Oh, man. I can tell you right now, I do not like this game. I do not like it one bit. Carson Spears, 20 Ks in 25 innings, 1-2-2 whip. We haven't seen much from him yet. We haven't seen much from him yet. I don't really like what I've seen. His whip is fine. His strikeout numbers aren't great. I don't like his stuff. I've watched him throw one game. Mike, appreciate it. I've seen him throw one game, but I don't really love it. I don't really love what I've seen from him, so whatever. That being said, Bailey Falter's throwing for the Pirates. 1-1-2 whip, 52 Ks in 79 innings. Lefties with low K rates and low whips. Some of the toughest guys rated. I actually like the way he's been throwing lately. You look at his splits for the last 7 games, 26 Ks in 42 innings. Still not great, but definitely better than 12 walks, 1-2-1 whip. I've seen better stuff from him. He's thrown against better teams during that period of time as well, for the most part. He's the frustrating guy to watch. Gets into jams, pitches his way out of them. I don't really like either of these pitchers, but they're both doing fine. From a stuff perspective, I don't like them, so I can't lean over or under in this spot. They're also pretty comparable pitchers and pretty comparable teams. I just don't think there's a strong edge in this game. And when it comes to MLB, we've got so many plays up every day, so many opportunities to find value. There's no reason for us to force action in a game like this Pirates-Reds. I'm staying a mile away from it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want the over. I don't want the under. I don't want either side. Dodgers minus 1.5. Just Dodgers money line still has value, Shelly. If you want to go Dodgers, go money line. Bucks bats are bad. Yeah, so are the Reds. The Reds do not have a strong hitting team by any means. Do you have any Nerfy picks for today? We could browse some Nerfies. If I had to choose one, this is without looking at the price, but if I had to choose the most likely Nerfy to hit, it would probably be in the Mariners game. But let me just look a little bit deeper. I think Mize is throwing against Nola. That's going to be a no. You got Reagan's against the Marlins. Roddy Munez is throwing for the Marlins. His numbers are okay. You could ride that Nerfy. The Royals bats haven't been hot lately. So that's a spot that might be worth trying out. Yeah, Dodgers money line is better, Alex. I agree with that. Nerfies are the player props are coming shortly. Yeah, if anyone wants all my plays, we got a full slate of main plays up, 3 plays, full write-up, full analysis. I give you the unit size we're risking, the value we got it at, the book we got it on, and then we also are having a full slate of props. Same deal. Full write-up analysis. These are the stats we're using to back this pick. These are the numbers we have. This is the line, the value we got the line at. This is how many units we're risking. The play I shared already is the Mariners money line. Jace, when you say best bet for today, that's not what it's all about. Appreciate the follow, user 576. We need 41 more follows. 41 more follows, and we can share some props. Nice, Alex. Let's go. But the bet, it's not about the best bet in baseball. It's not about the best bet, period. Hell yeah, myself. We got to 53K. We need 40 more. We need 40 more. Keep running those up. Eric, that's okay. It's not about the best play. It's about It's about putting out as many plays as possible that have a positive expected value. If this play isn't automatic, but this play has a 60% chance of hitting and it pays out better than 1.2 to 1, then there's a value in that play. You get as many of those plays as possible, and you'll profit in the long run. Yeah, you're going to have unlucky streaks where you make less than you should, and lucky streaks where you make more than you should. But in the long term, the odds and the luck balances out, and it's all numbers. It's pure stats. That's what it comes down to. So it's not about what's the best play today. It's about here are the 3 plays with the highest value for the MLB today, and here are the 3 props with the highest value for the MLB today. We lock all them in. We manage our bankroll. We use a unit size. Each unit is 2% of our bankroll. And each play is 1 to 2 units usually, occasionally 3 to 5. And that's how we do it. That's how we win in the long term. That's everything. I said for the Reds game, I said I'm not touching that. Yeah, the Orioles game isn't great either. For hockey tonight, I think it would be cool to see the Oilers come back from down 3-0. I don't really watch hockey, so I don't really care. But if I had to pick a side, it would be the side of history. It's not about due. When people say this team is due, that team's due, that's not how this works. You have to get away from these fallacies, these tricks, these lies that Vegas has for people to fall into, and start focusing on stats and numbers and math. This is all math. Everything is about math. When you get my plays on SoBet, you'll see all the stats that I'm using in the write-up. Yes, Rude. Yes, exactly. This is 100% accurate. Every game in a vacuum. Look at the lineup, especially MLB. You look at the lineup today, you look at the pitching matchup, you do your analysis based on the specifics of this game. And that's how you determine each game. And we go through the slate and we determine the value of each game. A lot of them, there's no value on either side, like the Reds-Pirates game. There's no value on either side of that game. You could pick a side and maybe you get lucky and you win game, but there's no value in that. So in the long term, that's a losing proposition when it comes to the plays that we do share on SoBet. These are plays that have value, and they're not going to hit it at 100% rate, but in the long term, we're going to find profit. Yep, last 5, last 10. Every matchup is its own unique instance, 100%. I will look at the last 2 weeks or the last month to determine how the team collectively has been hitting against lefties or righties, but in the way a team's performing, no. How are the hitters performing? How will they perform against this specific pitcher? How are the pitchers performing? How will they perform against these specific hitters? That's how you have to look at it. I don't like parlays, but what do I think of this parlay? Is that what you're asking me, Mike? You're saying I know you don't like parlays, but what do I think of this parlay? I'll tell you what I think. You don't like it because I don't like parlays. Come on, brother. Wake up. Hey, man, I know you don't like pizza, but I got you one. Hey, man, I know you're not a big fan of cheese, but what do you think about this grilled cheese sandwich I made you? I know you probably said this, but what's one nerf you like or has a chance? Mariners one. Mariners one is decent, and the Royals one is decent. Yeah. Listen. Every blue moon, I did give out a free play, Luke. I give out the Mariners money line. Mariners money line. And if you want the full slate of plays every single day, go to my profile, hit the SoBet, get all my plays. That's how we do it. That's how we win. Get involved. I want you to be a part of it. Can we talk about the Phillies game? Absolutely, we can talk about the Phillies game. And by the way, if you join the SoBet now, we've got a full slate up, props included. today. Props included for everyone. Those just dropped, by the way. I just posted them here. Garrett's Orioles over 8.5. That's not even true, Big Rick. That's not even true. Got you, John. Any over-under lines I like? Yeah, we can talk about some over-unders here in a second. Nerfy is no run first inning, so it's taking under 0.5 runs for the first inning of a game. That's what a Nerfy is. Talk about the Red Sox game. Rick, no, you lost 500. If you wrote all my plays every single day, like I said, you'd be up. And I'm talking long term. I'm not saying take a day, take a day, take a week. I'm saying ride with me. Use the unit size, the bankroll management I recommend. I know I did a batter prop. It's super random. Yes, sir, Jace. $10 a month for all the picks. It's the best value in sports betting. Go to my profile, hit the link tree. You get on SoBet. You get all my picks. It's really I know it's way cheaper than it should be. But the reason I do it is because I'm trying to build the biggest sports betting community that exists. I want it to be absolutely massive. We already have over 4,000 people in there just telling my plays, because when I do a huge week, a huge month, we did 41 units in May. 41 units in May. I do 3 plays every single day, Eric, and then there's also an additional 3 props, which is a separate thing. But for these 2 days, I'm sharing the props with everyone. Yes, Alex. But the reason I have it so cheap at $10 a month is so everyone can ride. I want everyone to be able to join, and I know that anyone who's betting on sports has $10 a month to spend, and I want everyone to be able to get them. And some people's unit size might be tiny. You might have a $3 unit size, but that doesn't matter. So you're joining for 3 units, basically 3.3 units to join. Also, I know if you pay $10, everyone is willing to try something for $10, right? Then you try for $10. I know you'll be back next month. A lot of people try to charge like $150 for a week, and it makes it sound like, wow, these are super exclusive, and you need to get these. It's $150 for a week. No, they're just gonna take your $150, and then you probably leave after a week because their picks are trash, their analysis is trash, but they already got $150, so it's all good, and they can just cycle through people. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to stack in the long term. We're going to have a losing week here and there. We're going to have losing days. Every week we're going to have at least one losing day. We did have one 8-day win streak, so not every single week. But we are going to win in the long term. We're going to weather the lows, and we're going to stay level-headed during the highs. That's what it's all about. Exactly, Double A. He's probably the biggest fraud on this. Cole's Pick, I will say Cole's Pick is the biggest fraud on this app. Average month profit was 15 units, Jace. We did 180 units in 2023. 180 units in 2023, so we're averaging 15. Kobe, I'll get back to in a second. And so far this MLB season, props included, we're up like 42 units, so that's through almost 3 months, so pretty much exactly at the 15 units a month standard. Like Angels money line, Athletics are garbage. I mean, we'll talk about that game in a second. I just need to talk real quick. No, I don't have any beef with Cole. I don't know him. I just know that he came in my chat once and made a fool of himself. He's also he's a total fraud just based on the fact that he tries to sell based on, if people try to sell based on lifestyle, that's how you know they're a fraud. This is the biggest message I have for you. Hold me accountable to it. Hold everyone accountable to it. If people are trying to sell based on lifestyle, that's a big, big tell that they're fraud. The only thing that matters is the quality of the analysis and the picks. Now, if someone could be hot for a week or a day or whatever, even I had a 7-day streak where 7 straight videos hit. But more important than just all those picks hitting, it's about what does the analysis make sense? If you're giving quality analysis on a consistent basis and they're getting closing line value and they're sharing legitimate analysis that makes sense, you actually watch the games, you see the outcomes too, because there are games that people hit where they had no right to hit and games that people lose where they made the right call. It's really not just about, it's about results in the long term, but over a very brief sample size. Just see if the analysis makes sense. If someone says, this pitcher's disgusting, he's absolutely going to be gross against this other team, and he is, and then something crazy happens and the pick misses, it's like, all right, I can trust their analysis. So you look at their analysis. If you agree with the analysis, ride their plays. If you disagree, fade their plays. And if you don't know what they're talking about, probably don't tell them or don't bet, period. And if you're trying to decide long-term if a capper is legit, then how quality is their analysis consistently? How consistent are they with their picks every single day? Is it like they go on, they're giving out good analysis one day, they're just giving out a random pick the other day? And how much detail are they giving? How much detail are they sharing? If it's kind of like, yeah, I really like Baltimore today. They're hot. They're due for a win. It feels like a good spot. The other team's not that great. That's trash. If they're using stats and they're using a real breakdown, yeah, I could probably trust this guy. And also, like, it's $10 a month to join my sub bet. $10 a month is nothing to someone who's betting on sports, right? Even if you're betting small amounts, it's $10 a month. It's nothing. We're talking 30 cents a day, 11 cents a play. So you could pay the $10 and you could just track the plays for a week and be like, okay, does this guy seem legit? Okay, he seems legit. He made a couple units this week. The plays are consistent. The analysis looks good. The way the games are playing out are pretty consistent with what he said. I'm going to start riding. You can use it however you want. That's the reason I make it so cheap is because I want you to test me. I want you to put me to the test. Now, the second part of this, and I know I'll get to these questions. We're going to talk about the A's game in a second. But the second part of this is if someone's using lifestyle to sell, that means nothing because anyone can have money from any sort of way. And if I had $500K and I made $5,000 on my $500K, that's 1%. That's not impressive. That it would be way more impressive to make $100 off $100. So you have to think about return on investment. That's why I always talk in terms of units. That's why I always talk about return on investment. That's why I talk about bankroll management and how we go up. Good website to look at stats between teams. Baseball Savant is good. Fangraphs is good. RotoWire is good. Even MLB.com for the simple stuff. When I'm doing brief analysis, I look at MLB.com. Yeah, exactly, Zach. Exactly. People are going to be frustrated. Everyone's frustrated. Everyone's frustrated when you lose. Bookie, that's separate. It didn't even say Ballpark Pal. Yeah, I don't use Ballpark Pal. $10 a month, VIP Picks, or is that separate? So the VIP props are a separate $10 add-on if you want to do it. But for these 2 days, I'm sharing them with everyone. Monday, Tuesday, the props are for everyone. That's why you're... Bro. Ballpark Pal has one use, and that's checking mostly weather. Over 7.5 total runs in Guardians-Orioles game. Bobby's pretty nice, and the Orioles haven't been hitting great lately. I'm definitely not going to fade it because I don't put too much weight in terms of like slumps. Like I still look at this game individually, but Bobby's good. So he definitely could handle business against the Orioles. Kobe, I don't do home run props. Home run props are a crapshoot. Home run props, like, you're fun, you want to ride it with your buddies, whatever. Sure, do your thing. But like if you think home run props, I'm going to do a good analysis and be like, yeah, they're likely to hit a home run. No, it's a total crapshoot. And by the way, the value you're getting on these home run props are absolute trash. Aaron Judge goes yard every 10 at-bats, right? He has exactly 28 home runs and 280 at-bats. That's at-bats, not plate appearances. He has 280 at-bats in about 70 games that he's appeared in, so he's averaging about 4 at-bats. He's averaging about 4 at-bats per game. Probably 3.5 if you go on recent stuff. He's getting walked a little bit more. But let's say we can say 4 at-bats with a 10% chance of going yard in each at-bat every game. Loosely, that's not 40%. I'll show you how to do that calculation, right? So there's a 0.9 chance of him not going yard every at-bat. So 0.9 times 0.9, which is 0.81, would be the odds of him not going yard in back-to-back at-bats. 3 at-bats, 4 at-bats, right? So there's a 65% chance of him not going yard in 4 at-bats, which means there's about a 35% chance of him going yard, which means it's about 1 in 3 in 4 at-bats, which means for it to be a valuable play, it needs to be plus 340, right? Aaron Judge home run props are like plus 220, plus 240. You're getting a horrible value on home run props. Horrible value. Long shot stuff in general is horrible value. And by the way, for people that are serious about sports betting and actually want to make money in the long term, want to be profitable, the breakdown that I just did, it's a very simple analysis, but the breakdown that I just did on a very simple level, and I know there are other variables that we would factor in terms of the pitching matchup, the wind, the ballpark, etc. But the point is, if you really want to win in sports betting in the long term, that's how you need to base your decisions. This calculator, the likelihood of something happening, and the payout of that happening. The payout needs to be higher than the implied likelihood of something happening. And it rarely is. That's why I only post the plays with the highest value. And there's only a few that have real value. Fins up. What a random June 24th thing to say. I know we've been going on and on about other stuff. We're going to talk about the other plays. Zach Rick, Ozuna at plus 500. Ozuna has a lot of home runs this season, but if you look at his more recent numbers, that number actually makes sense because we have to break it down to more recent stats. So with Judge, obviously, much higher. Rangers at plus money, sprinkle. We can talk about that. Phillies first 5 minus 0.5. Let's talk about it. I'm excited for football too, but MLB is a grind, but you make the most money in MLB. Just so many more games. All right, Phillies, Detroit, then we'll talk about the A's, Angels game as well. Anyone who wants my plays every single day, just go to the profile, hit the link, hop on SoBet. You get on for less than $10 a month. You stay at that rate, by the way. It doesn't go up the next month or anything like that. You stay at that rate. You get all my plays every single day. Absolutely double it. Well, appreciate the follow. We need 36 more follows. This is cold brew. But if you want a little madman drinking scotch in the middle of the day, we might get that going. Yeah. Also, all right, let's talk about this game first. Aaron Nola against Mize. Let's talk about Mize for a second. He's got a 1.45 whip, 46 Ks in 69 innings. That's two-thirds of a K every inning. Shohei to get a hit, whatever. Chuck, appreciate the follow. We need 35 more fouls. 35 more fouls, and I'll share a couple of these props. McCollin 18. I'm more of a Glenn Levitt 12. I've got actually a McCollin 12 sitting up right there that I cashed last night. Appreciate the follow. Yankee Buck fan, appreciate the follow. We need 32 more follows. 32 more follows. Run those up, baby. Run them up. Scott Compton, appreciate the follow. 31 more. 31 more. All right. Casey Man's not good. James Fry, appreciate it. 30 more follows. 30 more follows, and we'll share some props. We're being real loose sharing plays today. All right. We don't like Casey Mize. Aaron Nola. One bad game recently, but he's been nasty all season long. I'm probably going to give a couple plays myself. If we get 29 more fouls, I'll give a couple. 94 innings, only 84 Ks, which is kind of light for Nola. That is the one interesting thing about him. 1.06 whip. Now we look at his more recent splits, the last 7 games, 37 Ks in 45 innings. About the same. 10 walks, 0.91 whip. 0.91 whip, and that does include one bad game. NMS, appreciate the follow. We need 28 more follows. 28 more follows. Run those numbers up, baby. And anyone who wants all my plays every single day, just go to the profile, hit the link tree, hop on SoBet, you get all my action. All my action daily. So, if you want to go Phillies first 5 minus 0.5, I don't hate that spot. I think Nola dials in. The Tigers' bats have fallen off a little bit. They're overperforming early, so that doesn't really surprise me. Nola's still nasty despite recent history. Mize, very unimpressive. I think it's a good spot. The price, let me just double check what kind of price we're getting on that right now. Let's see. If you go first 5 on the run line. Three-way leader. Yeah, minus 148. Minus 140 is valid. If you can get minus 140 or better, that's valid. Round robin picks are trash. Special bets in general. Joe, appreciate the follow. We need 27 more files. 27 more files. Special bets in general, promos, round robins, parlays, anything sneaky. A lot of times people are like, oh, I found a way to make money. It's because you tried something and got lucky the first time or a couple times. I'm not saying you can't hit those, but yeah. June, sneaky, desperate. I respect it. I respect the hustle. We'll still count it. But generally speaking, these unusual approaches aren't really going to be much value. Just saying. But yeah, if you want all my plays, they're up on SoBet. If we get 28 more follows, I'm going to start sharing some of those plays. even just to be safe. There is no just being safe by trying to hit a play because this is a long-term game. It's about value. If all your plays are plus 200 and you're hitting 35% of your plays, that's fine. That returns you a profit in the long term. If you're like, yeah, I'm safe today, this play will probably hit. I hit most of my plays, and you're doing minus 180 plays, minus 200 plays, you're going to lose money. So just doing something that might short term keep you safe, might be more likely to hit a play. You're not just betting for one day of your life. You're putting in plays every single day. That's why it's about an expected value in the long term. It's not about the day. It's not about the single play. It is about doing plays that consistently return a profit. Think about it like this. If you're doing roulette spins, now roulette, obviously there's no value, but if the first third, second third, third, right? Say that paid out more than just 2-1, say it paid out 3-1, you'd get a profit on that. You'd miss the majority, but you'd still get a profit. I know, Kev. You'd miss the majority, but you'd still get a profit. Because you'd go miss, get paid 3-1. So I'm down 100, I'm down 200, I'm up 400, so now I'm up 300, so now I'm up 100, right? That's profit. Even though you're missing the majority, that's profit. I'm not saying take underdogs. I'm saying you have to return an expected profit on your plays in the long term. Saying just to be safe, I'm gonna play this minus 180 play just to be safe. I'm gonna take the team plus 1.5 instead of money line just to be safe. That's not safe. Because when you hit 60% of those plays, you lose money. Stop thinking of it in terms of this one play. Look at the game in a vacuum, but look at the value on your plays from a long-term perspective. I know this sometimes goes over people's heads. I try to harp on this again and again and again. I talk about this. But if you don't want to do that work, you can just follow me on SoBet, by the way. If you just want the plays every single day, you go to my profile, hit the link tree, hop on SoBet. I post the plays. All that work about finding value, doing the analysis, figuring out how to find a positive expected value in the long term, that is the work I'm doing, and the result are the plays that I post on SoBet. So if you want those plays, get those plays. But it's not about, is this team going to win today? That's obviously part of it. Obviously, we're trying to pick winners. But it's about what return on our investment can we get. Like Poise, appreciate the follow. I need 22 more follows. Yes, Ian, that's correct. I mean, you don't have to hit 3 out of 4. You need to hit 2.01 out of 3. You need to hit greater than 2 out of 3. But I get your point, Ian. You heard of pick dogs? I don't think so, Bondo. Shaba, appreciate the follow. We need 21 more follows, and we'll talk about some props. But yeah, I know you know that, Ian. So, yeah, if you're doing minus 200, think about it in terms of 100 play. At minus 200, you need to hit 67 out of 100 plays. At 100, you need to hit 51. At plus 200, you need to hit 34. Awesome, appreciate the follow. We need 20 more follows. So, and that's why I tell people, get over the result of a week or a day or a single play. Because if you're riding with me on SoBet, we're putting out 21 main plays every single week. We're putting out 21 props. Let's call it 20 because some games get rained out. So we're going to ride, about 180 plays, 180 plays in the course of a month. Let's find profit in the course of that 180 plays. All right, Rangers Brewers under 8.5. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next. I know there's more games to get to. If we get 19 more fouls, I'll share some props from the SoBet. And if you just want all my plays every single day, go to my profile, hit the link tree, get on SoBet, you get all my plays. It is less than $10 a month, and it's the greatest sports betting community to exist. I am sincere. We're up over 4,000 people now. I'm sincere about trying to make this a 10,000 person group. 15,000, 20,000. I want it to be absolutely massive. I want the largest sports betting community to ever exist. And when we do damage to Vegas, it's legitimate damage. And I want us to be moving lines. I want us to have a real impact on Vegas. Moving lines. And that's another reason why I say get the plays in when I drop them. When I drop the plays, here's the book that I got it on. Here's the line that I got it at. here's the units that we're risking, okay? And that's going to change shortly, because we've got thousands of people in there. People are locking in action. It's going to impact the books, whatever. It's also going to change because we're trying to drop them at the most important time. Earlier this week, we had Colin Ray under 17.5 outs. That was a 2-unit play, which is rare, but a 2-unit play. Because that was just a really high line, 17.5. And I dropped it the night before on the VIP. I dropped it the night before. I was like, this is going in. This is going to change. Lock this in now because it's going to change the next day, right? So I dropped it the night before. The next day went to 16.5. He finished with 16, so it hit either way. But we got the extra value on it because the line dropped early at way too high a line. That's a huge way to find profit. And that's a huge part of what we're trying to do. It's not always we're going to see something on a T-ball, see something on a T from Vegas like that, but yeah. Garrett, it's okay. Or not Garrett. The crochet is okay, but he's against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are hitting the way the Dodgers are supposed to lately. So I'm not fading it. I'm just staying away. Talk about when it's time to take a first 5 over. Yeah. Time to take a first 5 over is in a bullpen game or where we're specifically fading the starting pitchers, but we don't want the full game because we trust the bullpen more than the starting pitchers. Kurt, we got a big slate up on SoBet today. I shared the props with everyone. So yeah, anyone who wants all the plays, go to my profile. Go to my profile, hit the link tree, hop on SoBet. Appreciate it, McSaucy. Let's ride. McSaucy, I accidentally muted you. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pin your comment. I'm sorry about that. Ohtani Vaughn hit. I think if you pop out and come back in, you'll be unmuted, but I'm not sure. Can't find the first prop. Well, I shared it from. It's a DraftKings prop. That's what that DK means. I share the book that I get it on because there's going to be different lines on different books, and I want to share the book with the best line. And when it comes to props, not every book will have the same props. So that's why it's important to have all the books because you want the best line possible on every play. What up, Nate Dog? Hi, how's it going? Exactly, Edgar. So, okay, I'm going to read the free play today. I'm going to read the free play. If we get 18 more fouls, I'll share another free play. But this is from my SoBet. And this is exactly how I share the plays. This is what it looks like. All right? Ethan, saying free plays, or while I'm saying here's a free play. Come on. Get your head out of your ass. Focus up. Listen to what I'm saying. Stop being a bot asking the question that I'm in the middle of answering. People are going to come to this chat in the middle of the sentence and say, free play? What's a free play? What's the play? Did he drop a play yet? Are there any plays up? While I'm telling you what the play is, do you listen at all? Am I on mute while you answer questions? Because if I'm muted, you're not going to get the answer. It's okay. Yeah, Petey Strom became a subscriber. We love it, baby. We love it. Run those numbers up, baby. Hey, if we get to 100 subs, maybe I whip it out. Who knows? All right. Listen, Mariners, get your pens and pencils out. I really don't want to have to repeat myself. Mariners, money line, minus 105 on DK, 1.05 units. That's Mariners money line. The line we got it at is minus 105. The book we got that line on is DK. The units we're risking are 1.05 units to win 1 unit. If you know my bankroll management method, 1.05 units means 2.1% of your bankroll, okay? Now, here's the analysis. We got 2 solid pitchers on the mound in this game. Taj Bradley's throwing for Tampa. He's had 3 solid starts in a row, but he's still got a 4.06 ERA because he can't go deep into games. He tends to fall apart when his pitch count climbs. He's got a 1.15 whip and a 2.43 expected batting average against, okay? Seattle lineup, which is only okay generally, has historically crushed Taj Bradley. They're 8 for 25, right? Small sample size, but 320 average, 5 doubles, 2 home runs. They've handled business against him. Brian Wu for Seattle. He's been out of his mind. He's got a 1.67 ERA and a .61 whip. .61. That's 3/5 of a base runner every single inning. Don't record me saying that. It's a 201 expected batting average against. Tampa Bay lineup has never had to face Will in his arsenal before. That usually favors the pitcher. He's been disgusting. 0.61 whip, dude. Nobody's doing numbers like that. 0.61. This is a 0.61. This isn't a closer. This is a starting pitcher with a 0.6 whip. Bro, shot. What's my play today? I just told you. I just told you what the play is. Listen to me. Small sample, but yeah, Zach, if you look at him last year, nasty. Got it, Mariners. Yeah, we like Mariners on the money line. Any reason Wu only went 4 innings last game? Because they held him out. It's all good, shot fans. I was literally just talking about people saying this, though. Ethan, he said it. So Wu has been on kind of a shorter pitch count, but we trust the Mariners bullpen as well. Wu fastball, unhittable. The Mariners are the best pitching team in the MLB. If their offense was solid, and who knows, maybe they'll go crazy. It's also my most recent TikTok video. Kool-Aid. That was an AI clone that Vegas made. They hacked my account. They took an AI of me. And they posted that video to try to get people to stop writing my plays. Collab with Rude Bet, says Quentin. Maybe. Rude Bets was in the chat earlier today making good points, which I respect. There's a lot of people that give out plays, or a lot of people that have like sports betting accounts, and they're trash. By the way, people that are doing that and are trying to make money, appreciate it, like pros, and we need 14 more. I also am doing a school community, which is like a course, like a seminar, for people that are trying to make money doing what I do. People that are trying to make money off sports betting accounts by working with sponsors and affiliates, or by having paid communities like my SoBet. People that are trying to do that. If you're trying to do that, and you're trying and you want to get better, it's in my links to join that school community. And I'll show you how to take it to the moon, and we'll all get rich, blah, 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 but for real. If you're just saying, oh, I would love to make money doing that, and it's not something you are already considering, it's probably not for you, because it is going to take some work. But yeah. Going to Dodgers, White Sox. Dodgers money line. We talked about that already, but Dodgers money line is strong. Garrett Crochet's nasty. Brian Wu over Case. That's not the play. The play is as Mariners money line. Chinese baby, it's always that serious. Come on, you know this. Brian Wu over Case. Brother. All right, 13 more fouls. We're like in the World Series tonight. Matt Waldron, knuckleball, baby. Yeah, I love that, Kool-Aid. That's sick. Tennessee all day, College World Series. All right, we'll talk about Brewers. Game 7 under tonight. I don't do NHL picks, but if you do follow me on SoBet, you get access to the whole app, which includes NHL cappers. Dusty's been nasty with it. Appreciate it, Isaiah. That's what we do here. 12 more fouls, and I'll share some more action for you. Some more action for free. But again, for people that were paying attention to that write-up, that's how I share every play. I share the play, I share the value we got it at, I share the book we got that line on, I share how many units we're risking, and then I give you my reasoning, my write-up analysis, all that. And then we do a recap every night, and you get access to the whole app as well. It is the best sports betting community and cheapest sports betting community to exist. And later on down the road, we're going to be adding more media and whatnot on there as well. Luke and Brazzi, appreciate the follow. We need 12 more. Philly game over 8. I'm not going to do that with Nola on the mound. If you want to take Philly first 5 run line, and you want to take Philly full game -1.5, it's not one of my plays, but I can support you doing that. JP Atkins, appreciate the follow. We need 11 more. 11 more. Yeah, Kev, the leaderboard. The leaderboard exists internally. Just the tech team is working on getting it. They're just working on getting it public. Fishing, I didn't. That's not even actually true. From that video, FYI. But glad you're in here for 30 minutes straight. 30 minutes straight. Still trying to spread hate on the sports betting messiah. We don't take kindly to people like that. Cooper, appreciate the follow. We need 9 more. Orioles today is not great. Bobby is better than Povich. I don't hate Povich. I'm not playing either side of that game, but yeah. All right, talking Brewers Rangers. Peralta on the mound against Lorenzen. People talked about the under. Yeah, I was on the leaderboard. 21-14. This was like a week-long period. 21-14. Like 18% ROI. 90% of America red in Baltimore. You don't have to worry too much about public money in MLB. Public money, sharp side, square side, it's not a big deal. So Peralta's numbers are still very strong for the year. 106 Ks in 82 innings, 1.17 whip. But his last 7 games, not quite as good. 1.31 whip, 48 Ks in 37 innings. You know he's going to get his Ks, but he hasn't been quite as dominant. Jared Lorenzen, I really don't know what to make of him. He's only got 50 Ks in 72 innings. He's not a strikeout king, but those are weak K numbers. 115 whip is strong. He's locating better. He's been able to throw the off speed with command in different counts. I definitely lean under in this spot, but I'm not taking it. It's not one of my plays. But if anything, I lean under. I still like Lorenzen enough to be able to take an under in a game. I like Peralta enough. The Rangers' bats really haven't been that hot. The Rangers' bats were overvalued in general because a lot of people were overperforming last year. And now as we have more experience against them, pitchers are able to adjust more. But yeah, I still lean under in this spot. But, Peralta's had some blow-up spots, and so has Lorenzen. And there is enough power in these lineups for it to get out of control. So that's why I don't love the play. But yeah, Padres is good. Probably too juicy on the money line. If you want to go -1.5, that's valid. Red Sox MLB. I don't care. For MLB, I don't care. The markets are small enough, it could literally be one person placing a huge, huge bet. Obviously, I'll be upset about missed closing line value because we're trying to get the best possible value on every single play, but yeah. Cubs are trash every day. Hate to say it, but it is unfortunately true. That's crazy. Edgar Capone, it is not about one individual play. It is about stacking wins, winning the majority. Absolutely, Tony. Dodgers +1.5. Tommy Pham to get a knock is +107. Okay. Red Sox money line, Red Sox money line, Red Sox money line, Red Sox money line. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, I'm only gonna do probably like one more of these. If you want all the plays, go to my profile, hit the link tree, hop on SoBet. You get all that plays every single day. If you have any questions right now, ask them about SoBet. If you're wondering what that looks like, but go get them right now. We got the full prop slate up for everyone as well. And I post the 3 plays that have the highest value every single day. Same thing with the 3 props that have the highest value. That's what it's all about. All right, Red Sox, Blue Jays. Houck is on the mound for the Red Sox. He's an interesting one. 0.97 whip, 94 Ks in 97 innings. 0.97 whip, now that he's closing in on 100 innings for the season. That's impressive. He's definitely an undervalued pitcher. I don't see a starting pitcher listed for the Blue Jays right now. Let me look deeper on this. I think they should have it announced right now. But with the way the Blue Jays have been hitting this season, the way Houck's been throwing the ball, Red Sox bats, I'm definitely leaning Red Sox. It's Bassett. I hate Bassett. I hate riding him. I hate fading him. Genuinely. Can't stand it. He's so inconsistent. We always stay away from inconsistency. If you're consistently bad, we can fade. Consistently good, we can ride. All over the place, I don't like it. I lean Red Sox nonetheless. As a righty, I don't think he matches up well against the Red Sox. It's at Fenway. That arm side run coming into righties, going away to lefties. It's going to favor balls going over the monster. Yeah. Walking people, if you're walking people against the Red Sox, that doesn't go well. I definitely lean Red Sox. It's just a matter of what price you're going to get on this game. Guardians money line. I'm staying away from that game. It's okay. I like Bybee on the mound, but it's okay. Yeah, if you can get Red Sox to like minus 130. All good, KY. Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's run it up. Welcome home. Welcome home, prodigal son. 145. That's okay. I would take him at minus 135 or better, probably. Phillies, too juicy. You're not getting a great line. If you want to go minus 1.5, it's okay. I don't really support it. It's not one of my plays. Seattle money line's a free play share. The full slate is up on SoBet. For anyone who wants all the plays every single day, go get them. I post 3 plays that have the highest value every single day. Plus the 3 props that have the highest value every single day. You can get on for less than $10 a month and be a part of the greatest sports betting community on earth. The Fiends. Join the war on Vegas. Get involved. Bobby and love it. Get involved. Start riding with me now. Let's have a huge MLB season. Let's roll into a huge football season, into a huge basketball season, and then we're back again for another huge MLB season. That's what it's all about. Ethan, appreciate the follow. Appreciate everyone who followed. Unfortunately, we needed 8 more follows to share another prop from the SoBet. That being said, if you want all of them, go to my profile, hit the link tree, get on SoBet. It's less than $10 a month. It is the greatest investment, period. Yeah, there are about 1,000 backup pick'em Petey's trying to message. And the shame is, I do have a legit pick'em Petey, more pick'em Petey. But that one has 45,000 followers, not 12, like all these frauds. I appreciate the follow. All right, if we get 6 more follows in these 2 minutes before I hop off, I will share another prop just for the people that have made the effort to follow right now. But the play we did share already was the Mariners money line. 4 more. Juice Box, friends, appreciate it. Grimes, Zach, appreciate it. All right. We can get a prop from the SoBet for y'all. Why do we all? So it says, why don't all the sports analysts on TikTok make one page and bring the best play? John, if you go to SoBet, that's literally what it is. So if you go to my profile, you hit the link tree, you follow me on SoBet, you get all my plays every single day. But you also get access to the whole app, which means all those cappers, all those analysts are all posting on there. You can filter by sport, you can filter by capper, whatever, however you want to see the information. But what you're talking about exists, and it's called SoBet. That's literally where it all goes. So definitely get involved. Definitely follow me on there. Ride with my stuff, but check out the other people. Check out Deepak. Check out What Up Bro, TP3, Ghost Picks, etc. Appreciate all the follows. You guys earned an opportunity. You earned an opportunity. Okay? I use all the apps, Victor. I use all the apps. Because the best app is the one that has the best line for a given game. Richie, I very specifically, it's $10 a month, Cam. It's very cheap. $10 a month if you use that link in my profile. It would be $15 if you just joined, but if you use the link in my profile, it's $10 a month. Bradley doesn't go deep like Wu does, although I literally talked about the fact that the bullpen for the Mariners is better than the one for the Rays. So maybe listen to the whole video before you try to make a comment on it. Shot for the best line, 100%. You got it, Alex. Rufus, the picks are trash. It sounds like we got someone upset. It sounds like maybe someone said, yeah, we're going to do the free prop right now. It sounds like maybe someone said, Peter's talking about Cole's picks again. We got to send the whole high school study hall over here to talk trash. All right. You guys want that prop? Here we go. 305. Appreciate the file. Run those numbers up, baby. Rufus says Peter said. All right. Listen up. Get your pens and pencils out. This is the prop. You guys earned it. You made the files. This is the prop. This is how I share them every single day on SoBet. I share you the play. I share you the book we got it on. I share you the value we got it. I share you the units that we're risking. And then I give you the analysis. This is how it works, okay? Lock in. You want all my plays just like this every single day. They're on SoBet. It's in my profile. If you got any questions, got any issues, shoot me a DM. Now listen. Tanner Bybee for Cleveland. Under 17.5 outs recorded. Plus 100 on DK. 1 unit. All right? Tanner Bybee for Cleveland. Under 17.5 outs recorded. Plus 100 on DK. 1 unit is what we're risking. We're risking 1 unit to win 1 unit. This is a plus 100 even money play. Listen, Bobby's under this line in 10 of his last 15 starts, in 6 of his last away starts. Now here's the more important stats. Baltimore's crushing righties the last 2 weeks. They're first in average at 302. They're first in OPS at 902. They're first in weighted run creation at 156. Now you're going to see a lot of people saying Baltimore's bats aren't there right now. Baltimore's not hitting like that right now. I will tell you, they're leaving people on base. That's a big reason why their numbers are down. They're leaving people on base. We don't care about leaving people on base when we're fading someone's out total. If they come home, they don't matter. What we care about is pitch count. We care about people getting on base. We care about people getting hits. Also, that's not really a reliable stat, people being left on base. All we care about is basically his whip against them and how deep they're going in counts. Bobby throws the 15th highest pitches per plate appearance among qualified starters this year, which is why he's not going as deep in the game. Yes, he strikes out a lot of people. When we're taking the under on someone's outs, we don't mind that. Go deep into the count. Get a 6-pitch strikeout, 7-pitch strikeout. I love it when you do that. Run those numbers up, baby. All right? Baltimore's back at home coming off getting swept in the series against Houston where they only scored 2 runs. They only scored 2 runs in those games, and they're still hitting at those numbers where they're first in average, first in OPS, and first in weighted run creation in the last 2 weeks. That's absolutely insane. They're first in weighted run creation plus in the last 2 weeks, and they scored 2 runs in the last 2 games. That's how good their bats have been. We have to look at games in a vacuum. Anyway, Tanner Bibee for Cleveland, under 17.5 outs recorded, plus 100, 1 unit risk. We got that on DK. That's the best line. That's where we go. Do I like Red Sox today? It's okay, but the price isn't great. Again, if you want all those plays every single day, the full slate that goes up on SoBet every single day, go to my profile, hit the link tree, hop on SoBet. You get on for less than $10 a month. That's less than 11 cents a play. That's what it's about. Under 17.5 outs recorded for Tanner Bibee. Great pick. Absolutely. I love that spot. Great play. Let's stack up. We got a big day coming. We got a big week coming. Meg, appreciate the shades. Appreciate everyone who followed today. Dodgers is strong, Corey. And if you want all my plays on SoBet every single day, go get them. Love all of you except for the ones I hate. Cheers.